Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So here we are. We're just a few days away from Election Day, where folks will be heading to the ballot box, casting their vote for President of the United States. Certainly an important choice. Everyone should go out and vote. But I'd like to talk about an even more monumental choice. I'd like to talk about a choice whose after effects continue to reverberate throughout human history and certainly throughout Jewish history. And that's the choice made by Avram Avinu, by Abraham, in the beginning of this week's Parsha. So Avram is told in the beginning of this week's Parsha, the first of his 10 tests, Lech Lecha, go, me'artzecha u'mimoladecha u'mebeis avicha, go from your land, from your birthplace, from your father's house, ela aretz asher ar'eka, to the land that I will show you. God tells Abraham it's time to go on this journey. And the Medrash points out that there's another test of Avram Avinu that also begins with the same expression of Lech Lecha, but that's at the very end of Abraham's tests. It's the 10th and final test, at least according to most Rishonim. Lech Lecha el Eretz HaMoriah, go to the land of Moriah. That's where Isaac will be offered on the altar. That is going to be the hardest test that Avram Avinu will face. Now, says Reb Levi in the Medrash, I don't know which of these tests is more chaviv, is more precious to Hashem. They're big tests. Both of them are big. So I don't know which one is the bigger and better. Ask the Nesiva Shalom, what kind of question is that? How could you compare test number 1 and test number 10? Test number 1 is to simply go on a road trip effectively. And test number 10 is to offer everything that Avram held precious on the altar of God. How can you compare the two tests? Says the Nesiva Shalom, to understand the answer to this question, we have to understand the basic yesod, a basic truism in Judaism. It's based on an Arizal. And the Ari, he says the following. He says that every single human being has an absolutely unique mission in this world. Each and every one of us has our particular unique reason for being on this earth. Certainly, it's of course within the context of Torah and mitzvos, but each and every one of us has a specific reason that why we're here. Some place, in some way, in some different fashion that you will shine and that I will shine. That is unique to you, and that's unique to me. Every individual has this uniqueness. And for that unique mission, each and every one of us is given all of the ingredients of our lives. The physical ingredients, the materialistic ingredients, the emotional ingredients, the framework of your life is tailor-made for you to go ahead and to fulfill your mission on this planet. Whether it's the parents you have, whether it's the money you have or don't have, the health you have or don't have, and your proclivities, your personality traits, the good ones and the not so good ones. Every single one of them is tailor-made for you and tailor-made for me, for each and every individual to go ahead and to reach their yiyud, for them to go ahead and to reach their particular unique mission in life. Says the Nesiva Shalom, that is the expression Lech Lecha. Avram Avinu was not being told to go on a road trip. Avram Avinu was told to find himself. Lech Lecha, go to your self-actualization. Become who you are meant to be. Become that shining individual that only you can become, because no one else can fulfill your mission, Avram Avinu, and no one else can fulfill our individual missions. Everyone's mission is unique, and everyone is set on their personal journey of Lech Lecha, of finding themselves, of actualizing themselves. It's not about looking through a window and trying to be like that person or that person, but rather it's looking into a mirror and trying to become that person, trying to become the person that you were meant to be. That's the Lech Lecha experience. Says Reb Levi, I don't know which challenge is harder. Is the challenge of bringing your most precious thing up on the altar of God, which lasts for a few days. It was a 3-day trial for Avram Avinu. Is that harder? Or is the trial of becoming yourself, the day in and day out, every step along the way, that challenge, which lasts an entire lifetime, and every moment of the lifetime, which is more precious? Which is the harder challenge? That's a good question. That's a good question. Ladies and gentlemen, may we find our yiyud. May we indeed find our personal mission in this world, within the framework, of course, of Torah and mitzvos, and to shine. May we all actually reach that Lecha, Lech Lecha. May we actually find and go to whom we are meant to be. And with that, I will wish you all a wonderful upcoming Shabbos. Good Shabbos, everyone.